Hey guys, hey, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic no matter where you are. Today I want to shift your attention back to one of the old dogs. And of course, in my collection that survived the sell out, the downsizing journey. That is the well-known SKXs. Of course, we know the 007 on my left, and of course, we've got the 009 in the middle. And we have a Marine Master 300. Just plays a role here as well, guys. Okay, now the reason I want to talk about this is as my experiences and really my conclusion about the SKXs is I'm not a, you guys know me, right? If you're a regular subscriber to the channel, we talk about the very first beginning chapter of our Seiko journey. We really started off with the Seiko 5, and then who knows? We bought the first prospectus. As you guys know, the Orange Samurai, the second gem that is in the thumbnail of the channel. And then next was the Turtle, I remember, and then was the SB147. Then the rest was history. I loved Seiko. I love the brand. I love the variety and diversity that it brings, even just under the diverse design. And, fast forward 3 years on, we have a fantastic channel to talk about things we love. But more importantly, we've gone up from one watch to 24 Seikos within a span of 3 years. And of course, there's your love for the brand will last, but having and growing a 24 watch collection this is not something that's sustainable. So we started off downsizing and start selling off some of watches, and including the ones that I never thought I'd be selling. And now we've downsized down to about 6 or 7 Seikos. But there are a few watches that in my collection that survived that downselling. And SKX was one of them. And not for the reason that I knew they are going to last in the test of time. But was actually, I was trying to make an argument with myself. I go, look, Felix, you bought those SKXs at a reasonable price, I think between $250 to $300. You can easily sell them off. They're in mint condition. I believe I'm the second owner for both pieces. They're both mint. There is all original, and just judging by the price now, even on the not so well secondary market, those watches easily fetch you between $350 to $400, right? So I was thinking about selling those two, getting that $700-800 back, and then put that funds towards the next growth, which will be potentially a Speedmaster Omega, right? You guys know that. So, but having that conversation with myself for a bit, then I realized it was that right approach. Was selling the SKX and getting the cash and putting towards the Speedmaster was the right approach when it comes to watching enthusiast, Seiko lover, and of course a watching enthusiast, right? And now I have my conclusion, and the conclusion is I was wrong. I am not selling the SKX for now. Can I say ever? Yeah, I will probably say forever. But again, there's nothing lasts forever. But I just want to give you my perspective of not only the SKXs and many of Seiko other legends, such as, of course, this is the SPDX 017. So guys, I really believe 2025 and 2026, this couple years, from a long-term ownership perspective as watch collector, will be the last opportunity for you to grab a mint or almost new or original SKXs. And if you miss this boat, I'm not just talking about the prices here, guys. I'm talking about it's going to be hard to get all mint or original SKXs. Okay, let's start it off. Now, if you have never had an SKX is very old model. Started off with Seiko, I think 1996. So we're looking at almost 30 years ago. So it stopped production about, I think, just before 2020. And of course, Seiko knew how important the whole design and case design is for them in terms of lineup. They've carried on the spirit and design into the Seiko 5, and now the SKX shape is their life is well continued into the Seiko 5s and will be continuing for many years to come. But we talk about the original SKXs here, right? So we know their story will be continuing. The Seiko will be relevant. So the Seiko 5 will be relevant, and that means the SKX and will be relevant. And the second point I'm trying to make is, from what I've been observing in the last 2 years, I think from a secondary price perspective or from a supply and demand stand of things, It's been probably the worst 2 years when it comes to selling watches. Again, because we've experienced high inflation and sort of, everything went up, and then, we had a massive crash. So when it comes to watches, the same thing. I believe if we miss this year, 2025, I think things about to boom. That's just the way I look at it. So I really want you to focus to put SKX on the radar. If you never owned one, I want you to put a price tag between 350 to 400. Make sure you get one of the mint condition with full set, with the box, with the tag if possible. And if you see anything between 3 to 400, even at 400 with all things, make sure you grab it, because I think at that price, not only you're not going to be missing the opportunity, because if you do miss it, I think the price will continue to rise slowly. But it just becomes very hard to find all original, all mint condition SKXs. So Mary Master 300 is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it, but the SKX definitely have its own characters, right? It started 1996. It's legend. It just everything about it. It's just tremendous value, guys. Okay, so that's my message for today. If you can find a SKX that's between 350 to 400, I want to make sure you capture the opportunity, adding it to your collection or adding it back to your collection, because again, I think 2025 will be one of those last years for you to find a mint condition SKXs, and their spirit will be celebrated, continue in the next many years to come in the affordable watches and divers, of course, Japanese giant Seikos. Okay, that's it, guys. I want to keep my message today short and sharp. Hope you enjoy whatever you do, wherever you are, and no doubt, I'll see you guys very shortly in the next one, okay? Bye-bye, guys.